Hello, this is Johnny from Funny Looking, and today we're doing an episode of Table Talk. Normally I call our special guest Kelly, but at the rate it's been going, no other guest wants me. So she's now just Kelly.
Permanent guest Kelly.
Permanent guest Kelly. And it's funny because I've actually had some fan videos of people doing like special guest Kelly in my accent. And it's been strange because now I'm going to have to delete those videos because, just permanent Kelly. So Table Talk is basically it's more of like a kind of a loose talk kind of thing, where there's no real format to it. But I do have a couple of stories to tell you and talk about. So I'm going to be telling some interesting facts. Like every show, I want to tell you an interesting fact that I've heard, and I think I've told you some before. I think some will be new to you, but
probably.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I'm hoping it'll at least be new to my two viewers. Hi. One's right here. Okay, so actually there was something I wanted to tell you, and it's what I brought up to you through the week, and it always says to you, 3 monkeys in a cage.
Yeah, I recall that.
Okay, do you recall the story, or do you recall me just walking up to you and go, 3 monkeys in a cage, and walking away?
The laugh.
Yeah. And then,
like, what?
Yeah, that's what I left it at. And I says to her, I'll tell you all about it in Table Talk. And she goes, Table what? I says, it's this new thing I'm doing. What? And then I walked away, and she kept chasing me. And then I got here. Some of you eagle-eyed viewers will also notice as well, this isn't my bedroom. We're at a hotel for training for work. So we figured we were both in training together. I got her over to the room here and saying, hey, let's do Table Talk now. Because we had such a long day at training. It was, 9 hours of watching videos.
Yeah.
And I basically...
And, crummy commercials.
It was. I like some of them, though. Some of them were funny.
Yeah, some of them were funny. Yeah.
But, it was horrible. It was horrible. So we are doing this to kind of relax as well.
Yeah.
And I thought the best thing to relax us is something we've not done in a while. Have I hit record? I do this to her every video, and one time I didn't actually hit record, and that joke was on me.
Oh, yeah.
That was a 45-minute waste.
Oh, God.
Because it intros, hello, this is Johnny from fucking Funny Looking, and you left.
We should keep it down for other guests, though.
Those other guests are going to be thankful when I'm rich and famous going, yeah, I heard him, he kept me up all night. Anyway, yeah, the 3 monkeys in the cage.
Yeah, tell me about it.
I always bounce about in the topic. Right, so it's actually a true story, and it's about learned behaviour. And it's called 3 Monkeys in a Cage because that's how it starts.
Right.
And in the middle of the cage is a button. And monkeys are curious, obviously. Guy walks in, there's a button, right in the middle of the floor, walks out, all locked in the cage.
Yeah.
Monkey goes, what does that do? Push. And there's a guy outside the cages with the garden hose going, poof.
Oh, wow.
So the monkeys go, oh, what are you doing that for? What are you doing that for? Oh, there's a button there. Do. Poof. Oh, look at you. Eventually, those 3 monkeys learn button means hosing.
So, basically, button is bad.
Yeah, button's bad. That's literally what it comes down to, button's bad.
Okay.
But that's not the end of the experiment. They take out 2 of the monkeys, but leave 1 original monkey in.
Right, so, okay.
And they bring in 2 new monkeys.
Uh-huh.
2 new monkeys. No idea. Weren't even in the room at the time. Oh, what's that button doing? No! Don't touch the button! And this monkey starts tackling these other 2 monkeys, getting away from the button. And they don't know why.
But they will get scared of the button because he's scared of the button.
Yes.
Oh, right.
So what happens is, this monkey goes, no, don't touch the button, don't touch the button. And then the monkeys go, all right, we won't touch the button then. We don't know why, but we won't touch the button.
Right.
They take out the original monkey that was left behind.
They put in a new monkey.
Yeah. These 2 new ones that have learned this behaviour.
Oh, and they're gonna punch the new monkey and don't touch the button.
And none of the 3 monkeys know why.
Right.
They don't know why they're scared of this button.
But they're not gonna touch it.
Yeah.
They're scared of it.
And I thought that was an incredible experiment.
Yeah.
And it's so strange to think of it that way. Like, they don't have a language like we do. Like, hey, Kelly, don't touch that button, you'll get sprayed with water.
No, they can't explain things to each other.
Yeah, but it's a kind of form of society as well. I
It's-
really like.
It's like the 3 parrots that taught each other to swear at people in the zoo and then laughing at each other. So they separated the poor bastards. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Don't parrots have the ability to speak from miles apart though? So you can still hear it at the zoo. Fuck!
Yeah, you can, yeah.
You're a wanker!
That'd actually be amazing.
I know.
I would laugh with them.
I'd love to be a security guard there at night. You know, they're all scattered apart going, fuck you! Who are you talking to? He doesn't know about the parrots, he's just walking around going,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
fuck you! Who's there? Fuck you!
Yeah.
Oh. So yeah, that's one of the interesting facts I had to tell you. I thought you'd really like that story.
It's a good story.
Yeah. Have you got anything you want to talk about as well? Or so I've got a few more things I can bring up, but I just thought I'd give you your spot to speak to.
You know, I don't remember.
Well, I can talk about something else. No? Alright, I'll tell you this one. This is a joke I was telling you about
Oh, the one you didn't want to tell me
because
then...
I wanted to see
Okay,
you actually
okay,
do.
okay, okay. Tell me the joke.
Right, so I work kind of logistics. I load trucks for warehouses. I kind of get sent all over. And I was working with like these guys, and we have this kind of thing called a pallet jack. It's kind of like a trolley. You put your pallets on it and kind of pump it up, and you drag it behind you because it's a manual one.
Yeah.
So you get the manual one, right? You pump it up, you drag it behind you. And I always say like it looks like I'm walking a dog. Because it's, come here, boy, come here.
Oh, right.
So I walk past this guy and says, hey, look, I'm walking my dog. And he joins in going, oh, really? What kind's it? I say, boxer. And the thing is, nobody ever asked me that question before. So, hey, walking my dog, oh, funny you are.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's
yeah.
just when he asked me that, I thought, be quick, boxer.
Oh my god.
But he just stared at me, like he was staring back into the abyss and it stared back at him. And I'm like, I've just said one of the quickest, funniest things I've ever said in my life.
Yeah.
And you just stare at me like a goldfish that flopped out the bowl. So, yeah.
I had a good one this afternoon. I just forgot what it was.
Oh, what was it again? It did have me laughing.
Yeah. Oh man, it was so good.
What were we talking about at the time?
We was doing the training and then he was talking stuff and I kept making like word plays. He was saying.
I can't remember. I remember taking a drink
Oh, he was.
and
You almost.
it doesn't happen often. I nearly sprayed it. It was that funny. But that's the thing about jokes though.
You gotta write them down.
Yeah. I don't. I just go, oh, I better remember that, and then I forget most of them until weeks later. You remember, see the minute I stop this recording, you're going to go,
Yeah.
tell you what, I'm not going to edit this for a couple of days. I've still got the training again tomorrow, and I've got this and that.
Yeah, we got the weekend stuff.
And if you remember it, you've got to tell me it, and I'll edit it in afterwards.
Because it had the other guy laughing too.
Yeah. Well, that's going to bug us.
Crap.
Yeah, well.
I forgot it. I forgot what the joke was.
There's people out there on the edge of their seats right now.
I know.
What's the joke? What's the joke?
I'm thinking.
Okay.
I had a few good ones today.
Yeah. Wasn't it something like even a chef has a recipe?
No, that was not a joke. That was like an example
Yeah,
for
but it was a really good one though.
like, oh, why do you think we have this and this system in place?
Oh yeah. it was-
Consistency, dude. That's why chefs have a recipe, so you have consistency of the service that you're providing.
Yeah, it was standardisation it's called, which is basically everything's got a set system in place
Right.
everywhere in the world.
Right.
And I was thinking like building a car or building a PC, everything's cut the same.
Yeah.
And that's standardisation. Whereas you basically put it in a kind of a more everyday manner rather than thinking of all the mechanical parts. So
Right.
even a chef's got a recipe, which really does translate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, since you can't remember the joke, do you remember me telling you about the horse and the statue and the traffic cones in Glasgow?
Yeah, but that's not like a recent thing though.
I know, but it's like, there you go. So I'm going to have this for you guys as well on the screen. That guy
Oh, sorry.
always says, like, that's how he
Yeah,
looks.
the
ran a
cone
horse.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, and then somebody in Glasgow put the cone in his head. And then they took it off, they put it back on, they took it off, put it back on, they glued it on, they had the surgical way to move it off. And that kept going and going. And eventually it happened to the point where they really took a piss out of it by doing that.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah. See, they get, it's a horse having a wee unicorn horn like that, you know?
Yeah.
But then, recently at Christmas time, see if I can find it, Santa climbing on the back of the horse.
Honestly, I can't remember what that joke
You're
was.
so I'm so distracted right now about this joke that you just...
It bugs me.
I know it bugs you. I know it's going to bug you forever and ever and ever.
I'm also
Mm.
that training really took a lot out of me.
Do you know what the thing is? We both have a physically demanding job.
Yeah.
We were more tired sitting there for 9 hours watching videos.
We were more tired sitting down than actually doing stuff.
Yeah.
Because when I get home from work, I still have a shit ton to do.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not I will sit down on my ass and not do anything. You know, I've got other things to take care of.
Yeah.
And right now you're in your hotel room. You go downstairs to the conference room, and then you go back upstairs.
Yeah.
That's basically it. Okay, besides a beer at the bar, but
Yeah.
you know.
The thing is, though, we've got this as well, so we've kind of got that kind of thing to keep us occupied and keep us going.
Yeah.
He's still trying to think of a joke.
It bugs me.
Mm-hmm.
It bugs me. Oh, it had the other guy in tears as well.
You'll remember it later. If you remember it when we're still in the hotel room tonight, we'll throw it back in and I'll throw it in a post edit. If you remember it a week later, before we're doing this, I'm going to do this hopefully the weekend. So we've got a couple of days. Yeah. That's how it's been. Well, that's a couple of the true stories I wanted to tell you and stuff like that. Just so you're just thinking of a joke, you can't think of anything else.
No, I'm thinking about a story that happened to me in the last few weeks.
Okay.
Actually, I don't remember.
Did you tell the mannequin one? In the river?
No.
You should tell that one.
Yeah. So, I was riding my bike for work, and this bridge has a separate part for people with a bike, and then you go up a sort of like a ramp, and then you have the bridge. I was coming up to the bridge, and I saw like hair and stuff floating in the moat. I was like, what the hell? What is this? And I park my bike and I look over, and the stream makes it so that and then I thought it was a head, like a human head in the water. And I was like, what? And like I was on the verge of calling someone, like authorities or whatever, and then it turned, and it was one of them Elsa makeup heads.
Oh, no way.
What the fuck?
Oh. I'm just wondering how it got in there.
Me too. I tried to take a picture, but
You
I
want
was
to capture its soul.
I was like, do I take a picture or do I call authorities here? I don't know. And I called my manager right after because I didn't know what to do, like, you know, how to vent and stuff. So I called my manager and he was like, oh my god, you see the weirdest shit.
Yeah.
I know. because I have more time to look around.
Yeah. I suppose when you're in a truck, you just don't.
Yeah, you're way too much into watching the traffic to notice those kind of things.
Yeah.
Oh, another true story.
Uh-huh.
The other day. So you have all these little ponds and stuff, and there was this whole family of swans trying to cross the road, but the cars were going so fast that they were evidently going to hit one. So I parked my bike, and this other guy, this elder person, he was stopping the cars from the other direction, and I was stopping the cars from the other direction. And then I started walking behind the flock of swan, so they would like hurry up and get into the thing. Yeah. And then people in the cars started clapping for me and the old guy, like, oh. And I was like,
why are they clapping?
You are the ones like speeding here, so why are you clapping for me and the guy helping them cross the street? He was going to run them over. Right. So I was like, what are you clapping for?
Yeah.
This should be a normal thing to help nature. You guys are fucking... I was like, okay.
I mean, that annoys me. Like, people are more quick to take their phone out to record somebody getting beat up rather than using the same fucking device to call the police.
That's what I'm saying.
It's for evidence. It's going on your TikTok to fucking shit music.
Yeah. No, that was... Yeah.
Right, one more story before we wrap this video up. Because we can't think of that joke. So we spent the past 10 minutes going, the fuck was that fucking joke? I'm also going to trim it out for you. I'm not going to watch, have you 10 minutes going, have you thought of it yet?
Yeah, have you thought of it yet?
Why even bring a joke up? Why did what? Think of the joke first then, what? And then, okay, all right. I kind of got wrapped, I got wrapped up in it. She keeps me in line. It would just be me in a video just going, but I'm just going I look like a leopard in the ribs. Okay, right, thank you. So, one more story before we go. Before the battery goes.
Go on.
Okay, alright, I'm telling a joke. Right, so, at our job at the warehouse, we have this big conveyor belt. And you put the packages on and it goes down the belt and it goes like past all these trucks. And the trucks go, that's for me, that's for you down there, I'll leave it in the belt, off it goes. And there's this big machine here, you press start, you got the speed controls, directions, that kind of thing. There's a little known fact, it also has a remote control. Little known fact, I also have the remote control. And it's got a good distance. So what happened was, there's this guy, and he was loading up the belt at the end of the day because the trucks can't take everything. They got to make several trips. So we're getting everything ready for the second trip. He was putting it at the edge of the belt, and what he did was he put the machine on and started walking to the end of the belt. I let him get halfway up and hit stop. He goes and starts walking back. Before he gets to the machine, I start it up again. And he goes, walks back. He gets halfway again at the exact same spot and I stop it. And he starts to get really curious why it's always at one spot. So he goes back again. And I start it up again. He goes back to the same stop. I stop it. And he starts checking under the belt, thinking there's something at this exact spot that's stopping it. And then I start moving in the opposite direction. And he goes, for fuck's sake, Johnny! I don't know how he knew it was me, but he knew it was me.
She was a prankster.
Oh, yeah. He did actually really like the joke once he kind of got annoyed having to walk back and forward because but he did actually, it cheered him up. It cheered me up way more.
What cheers me up is I've had the whole room believe I did not understand Dutch. I can't read Dutch. I can't hear Dutch. I can't speak Dutch all day. All day.
I do that as well with English. Si, senor. Dishes, no. Well, that's the end of this episode of Table Talk. Let us know if you want to see more, if you liked it, or any stories you want to share with us we can talk about in the next Table Talk.
Yeah.
Whenever it may be, because we got to really... Our times don't always sync up's the problem. It's like, I can be busy, she can be quiet. She can be busy, I can be quiet. It's only because of the work training we've got this kind of free time.
Yeah, and that we actually had to have the hotel because it was like...
2 hours.
It was like... It's like almost on the other side of the country than where we're staying.
Mm.
So...
It was a lot of travel time and a lot of travel money and just...
We even had to come in a day in advance.
Yeah.
Because we had to... Otherwise we had to be here at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, yeah. It was early in the morning as well because it was a full 9 hours.
And we had to... Otherwise we would have had to be in at 8, so that meant that we
Leaving
would
at
have...
6.
No, house at 5:30.
I like a little lion.
Yeah. Long one.
Yeah. Little lion. I like a little lion because they're less likely to eat me. A big lion would definitely eat me. Oh. Yeah, so let us know what you think if you want to see more, and I'll try and get my own stuff uploaded a bit more frequently. I've got a little video before this that might come out, might not, depending on how well it goes, that kind of talks about why I've been away and that kind of thing. Have I got hot chocolate in my beard? Yes. So, talks about why I've been away and that kind of thing. But I'm kind of making a promise to myself to try and upload more varied things, because I'm getting sick of the list stuff. It's just a lot of it now is political, racist, unfunny, and just...
Yeah, that's not cool.
And they were kind of good for me to learn how to video edit, but I think I've milked only the good stuff out, and now you just get the bottom of the barrel, and I'm not going there. You know, I'd rather this was something more solid and substantial. Well, that's it from me and permanent guest Kelly. That name's not sticking, by the way. It is just Kelly now because I don't have to get guests. I'm lucky I appear more on shows sometimes. One video is just going to be this empty room and me just fucking off somewhere. Well, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye. Bye. Well, I'll hit the button, Kelly. I'll hit the button.